What's up, you beautiful and awesome people? My name is Peacecase, and this is my real day in the life review of this iPhone 13 Pro 1 year later. It's kind of crazy that it's been a year since this phone has released, and I want to see how this phone gonna perform during the day when it comes to battery life and the performance in my real day in the life situation. And before we get into this video, let me explain what Real Day in the Life Review is. As I just explained, Real Day in the Life Review is a review video that I use certain devices in real day in the life situation, such as a laptop, tablet, smartphone, and etc. Anyways, right now it is 6:23 a.m. and the total battery percentage of this device is at 97%, and the total screen on time is at 21 minutes, which is not bad at all. I had a great workout. I worked out around an hour, and while I was working out, I was listening to music on Spotify and listening to audiobook on Audible, which is my favorite. But I smell like right now, so let me hop on a shower and let's be clean. So let's get right into it. Alright, taking a shower was great. I love taking a cold shower. It feels like I'm starting my day properly. But let me clean up this room real quick because it does look quite messy. And while I'm cleaning this room, let me listen to podcasts on YouTube so I can actually see how much battery I can use during the day, because today is Sunday and my typical 9 to 5 work days, my screen on time is usually around 58 minutes or maybe an hour and a half. It's not much, but today is Sunday, so I'm gonna use how I use my phone like in my rest days, or a day off.
Thinking about you made me lose my mind. I'm so crazy, baby, you're divine. Dreaming, scheming, need you by my side. Every waking moment of my life.
Alright, the room is looking hella clean, and right now it is 8:21 a.m. and the total battery percentage of this iPhone 13 Pro is at 91%, and the total screen on time is hour and 15 minutes. Just FYI, but every setting on this phone is on default now, so the background app refresh is on. I did enable 5G as well if I'm getting 5G, but most of the time I'll probably getting Wi-Fi, and the auto brightness on, and etc. The only exception that I have is that I turn on the dark mode because I do prefer the looks of the dark mode, but everything else, it's totally on default. Alright, even though today is Sunday, I still have to work on my personal stuff, which is this YouTube channel and freelance gig. So let me do that in my office, aka my room, and let me work on some stuff. And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna use this phone for making to-dos, scheduling Google Calendar for next week, and probably gonna scroll through social media to get some idea for my IG content as well. But before that, let me make a cup of smoothie. I've been drinking smoothie a lot for breakfast, and let's start the day. It's only around 8:30, so we be chilling today. Let's get right into it. Alright, it's been a couple minutes. I've been using Notion and Chrome and stuff on my MacBook to continue scripting my other YouTube videos, and at the same time I was using the iPhone to make to-dos and schedule for next week on Google Calendar. And also I've been shooting a lot of film photography recently, and I got developed my film yesterday and they sent it to me via email, so I airdrop it to my phone and I was editing my film photography for a couple minutes, and after that I was looking through IG Reels for around 20 to 30 minutes, aka procrastinating, to get a new idea for my IG content, aka IG Reels, because recently I've been going hammy on vertical videos and I've been enjoying a lot. And also, while I was doing all of those stuff, in the background I was playing Lo-Fi Cafe hip hop playlist from Spotify, which is my favorite playlist on Spotify, on my Google Nest Wi-Fi from my iPhone. So I was using iPhone continuously throughout this almost hour and a half, and right now it is 10:49 a.m. and the total battery percentage is at 75%, and the total screen on time is 2 hours and 48 minutes. The iPhone screen is beautiful. The max brightness of 1000 nits and peak brightness of 1200 nits is completely beautiful. You can see outdoors and indoors, and the 120 Hz ProMotion display display is absolutely gorgeous and smooth. If you're going through social media or playing video games, the 120 Hz speaks to itself. It's just super smooth. But anyways, my brain got fully charged with IG Reels content ideas. So I'm about to shoot one vertical video with this iPhone so you guys can kind of see the camera spec and what it will look like if you create vertical videos or social media content with your iPhone, because a lot of YouTubers says
just use your smartphone camera, you already have it.
So I'm about to show it to you guys. Alright, finished shooting video for other social media platform, and right now it is 12:09 p.m. in noon, and the total battery percentage of this device is at 52%, and the total screen on time is 3 hours and 47 minutes, which is not bad at all after a year of usage. I use a camera app for around 40 minutes, which is one of the most battery demanding app on every smartphone. I was shooting on 4K 60 most of the time because for me, for some reason, that's the cleanest look that I can get from an iPhone. So I shoot in the highest, resolution that iPhone can. Even after a year, iPhone 13 Pro's camera are fantastic. All of them, wide, ultra wide, and zoom lens. They all look consistent, very similar, both on video and photos. And especially when it comes to iPhone, the video capability is fantastic, and the 13 Pro is no exception. I love this camera so bad. I use majority of my, light social media content or even this YouTube channel. I use this iPhone all the time. It just looks awesome. I don't want to get into technical stuff in my videos. However, the f-stop on iPhone's wide lens is at f1.5, which creates a lot of blur in your background without using portrait mode. And I'm not a big fan of portrait mode because it looks very artificial, but the normal photos looks super good on iPhone. It's noon and I'm kind of hungry, so I'm about to go to my favorite cafe. But before that, let me talk about the wear and tear of this device. The way I charge this thing is to plug into 20-watt fast charger overnight, and I know that's not the best way to charge it at all, but I've been pretty much doing this throughout a year, and I'm truly sorry. I use MagSafe here and there, but I never use MagSafe to fully charge it because the phone gets kind of hot, and I don't use the 5-watt charger because it's just simply too slow to charge. When it comes to the wear and tear of the hardware, this thing is built like a tank. I dropped this phone multiple times in my life, maybe 5 or 6 times. This thing never gets, any sort of damage. I still don't dig the shiny bezel. It's just a fingerprint magnet, and not only a fingerprint magnet, this thing gets hella dirty, like super dirty. It's really nasty. So if you have some sort of germophobia or something, you have to clean this phone a lot. But anyway, I'm hungry, I'm thirsty. Let's go to the cafe and let's work on my other YouTube stuff. Let's go.
Thinking about you made me lose my mind. I'm so crazy, baby, you're divine. Dreaming, scheming, need you by my side. Every waking moment of
Alright, sorry for the echo. This room is quite big, but I went to my favorite cafe and I was looking through, social media, using Notion, looking Google Maps, and looking through Pinterest. And right now it is 3:35 p.m. and the total battery percentage is at 29%, and the total screen on time is at 5 hours and 10 minutes. I mean, I've been using it all day long with the full brightness because this room gets quite bright, and I was outside for like an hour. Plus, while I was at the cafe and going back and forth, I was listening to Spotify in the background, so that counts in the battery usage as well. If you're not listening to Spotify or any type of applications on the background, the battery will, perceive a little bit longer, but if you listening to stuff, you will use some battery life. Anyways, until 5 to 5:30, which is the time I eat dinner, I have nothing really to do. So I'm gonna watch some random stuff on this, or go through Pinterest, or read some books or something. Let's kill some time. I really hate to say that we're killing time, but eventually I have to do it. Alright, a couple hours passed by and I was going through one of those Snapchat news story thing that I normally won't watch, but since I have a lot of time with this phone, I was going through it and it was quite interesting, especially with the Kanye stuff because I'm a big fan of Ye. But other than that, I was going through Notion, going through Pinterest, looking at IG once again, and I was reading book summaries of a book called Hyperfocus on a book summary app called Shortform. FYI, when it comes to Shortform, I do have a affiliate link, so if you guys want to check it out, please check it out. This is a really good book summary app and I highly recommend. They also have like a audio format within the app too, so if you're a big fan of audiobooks and if you want to listen to summaries, Shortform is it. But anyways, right now it is 5:32 p.m. and the total battery percentage of this phone is at 17%, and the total screen on time is 6 hours and 46 minutes, which is not bad at all comparing to my last Real Day in Life review. I think I have a similar screen on time, but this time I was shooting a lot of videos, watching videos with a speaker from this iPhone, and the display was at full brightness throughout the day. So I think it's possible to hit 8 hours of screen on time with 18% battery left. So I will say it's still an 8-hour screen on time phone. Conclusion, I do think iPhone 13 Pro is still one of the best iPhone in the market until the iPhone 14 Pro comes out. But even the 14 Pro coming out, the 13 Pro's resale market will be cheaper, and I will probably still recommend 13 Pro because right now this thing is nearly perfect with the A15 Bionic chip. It's super fast, super snappy. Promotion display is awesome, cameras are awesome, it's durable as hell. The two things that I don't like about this device is probably the notch and the super shiny fingerprint magnet bezel. That's the only thing I don't like about this phone, but other than that, I love everything about this phone. This phone became my main device instantly. As soon as it came out, I just love it, everything about it, and I have no complaints for this entire year. Anyway guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll leave 2 of my favorite iPhone videos that I ever made and my most recent video right here and my channel right here. I hope you guys have a great, wonderful day. My name is Peace Gates, you guys already know.